I'm super pumped. It's always a blast. I love the coaching staff. Always meeting new guys from all over the United States and Canada playing collegiate baseball.
Welcome to episode 177 of Alberta Dugout Stories, the podcast. I'm Joe McFarland. Athletic excellence is in the genes of the Geekie family. Three brothers, Morgan, Noah, and Connor, grew up playing hockey in the winter and baseball in the summer. While Morgan and Connor stuck with hockey, Noah decided to chase the baseball dream. He moved to Okotoks to attend Dogs Academy and is about to play in his third summer with Western Canadian Baseball League Dogs, and after 2 successful years at Barton Community College, just wrapped up his second season with the NCAA Division II Emporia State University Hornets. He's a two-way threat, going 6-2 with a save and a 5.04 ERA in 14 outings, starting the year as a reliever before excelling as a starter. He also hit .315 with a home run, 13 runs batted in, and 6 stolen bases in 33 games. The 6'3", 195-pound junior took some time this week to chat about his journey growing up in that athletic household and coming back to his home away from home this summer in Okotoks. Noah, thanks so much for joining us here on the podcast.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me, Joe.
Let's look back on the season that was for you at Emporia State. What did you think about your performance?
Individually, I thought overall I was pretty happy with how it went, both from the hitting side and the pitching side. Kind of a goal of mine is to always be successful at both sides of the field. I want to be able to be a two-way player as long as I can, and I feel like I was pretty effective at that this year. Pitching-wise, I think I had about 50 innings, and I would say I was pretty successful with how it went. I definitely had probably more opportunity on the mound this year. Started off as a bullpen guy, kind of coming in to relieve, and then even games. But kind of near the midway point of the season to the latter half, I ended up starting a few midweeks, and then I ended up being our game 2 starter by the end of the season. So that was awesome. I feel like I improved a lot on the mound. And hitting wise, I wasn't starting at the start of the year. I was kind of more of a pitcher. And then I got an opportunity to pinch hit in a few games at the start of the year. Kind of took advantage of that opportunity and ran with it. I think I ended up hitting around 315 or so. So I was pretty happy with that both ways. Unfortunately, as a team, didn't go the way we wanted, but I absolutely loved my time here at Emporia State. Love the coaches, love my teammates, and I'm happy to come back for one more year for sure.
When I looked at the numbers from 2021 versus 2022, and you alluded to it, you had more time on the mound. Was that something that you were looking forward to heading into the season? Was that something that you chatted with the coaches about heading into it? Walk us through being able to get a little bit more playing time and see both sides of the ball, as you mentioned, as a utility man.
Yeah, so last year definitely had a lot more ABs, and I think I only had like maybe three innings on the mound last year. Didn't go the way I wanted last year, so I kind of took that upon myself to really improve as a player both ways. It was a very good learning experience for me to go through the struggles last year individually and as a team. So I really wanted to work towards kind of being that guy that they lean on to come in big situations on the mound. And I benefit a lot of my time last summer with the Dogs. I know it was kind of a different look of a season, but I had quite a few innings with the Dogs last summer in their kind of modified 5-team league, I think it was. I was able to get, I think, almost 30 innings, if not 30 plus innings, and like 3 or 4 starts, I think. And I had some pretty good success there, which gave me a lot of confidence rolling into the fall here at Emporia. So I kind of just rolled with that and was kind of riding high and just let that confidence kind of work with myself. And eventually helped me succeed this year. So yeah, I was pretty happy with it and thankful for the ups and downs, but eventually I kind of got back on track and found my success. So
When I look at some of the stats from this past year, one of the things that I noticed was you had, I think, three what would be considered in MLB terms quality starts. You were over 6 innings. There was one game where you pitched 8 2/3, I think, and really just had a lights out couple of performances there, over 100 pitches. Like you were doing really really well. Did that come as a bit of a shock to you, or what did you think of being able to contribute in that way?
um, I wouldn't really consider it a shock per se. Um, I knew what I was capable of on the mound. Growing up, I've always kind of been more of the pitcher. I believe that I'm a guy who can be relied on and get up on the mound, compete his butt off, and throw strikes. So I feel like I velocity wise, I wouldn't say I have the stuff to blow guys away per se,
Mm-hmm.
but I do have that competitiveness and that edge and some secondary pitches that can put guys on their toes. So I believe that I can compete and pitch with the best of them. So I really thought those highlighted games that you mentioned were kind of a way to represent that. Some of those, I mean, the 8 2/3 games. I think I had a no hitter going into the 7th inning, so that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then even a couple of relief appearances I had this year. A couple times I'd come in from left field, he'd call me in to pitch from left field, and I'd end up saving a game. Or there was even one time this year we were playing Missouri Southern, and I came in from left field. It was the 9th inning. He brought me in to pitch, and then he put me back out to left field after I was done, and then brought me in again in the extra inning to close it out again.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of to deal with matchups and stuff like that. So that was pretty cool. Definitely had some pretty cool experiences on the mound this year for sure, in relief and hitting and starting. So it was cool.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the dogs, and you've been with that program a couple of years. You're coming back this summer. What are you hoping to work on this summer to maybe get yourself ready so that you're able to hit that next level heading into the next Emporia State season?
Yeah, I couldn't be more excited to be going back for what would be a third summer season, I guess, with the dogs. I'm super pumped. It's always a blast. I love the coaching staff. Always meeting new guys from all over the United States and Canada, playing collegiate baseball. For me, I really want to work on kind of my work at the plate. I want to be able to really kind of make an impact on our team at the plate offensively and out in the outfield. I feel like on the mound wise, I got quite a few innings this year at Emporia, so I kind of don't want to jump the gun too much with that and kind of overthrow or anything like that. But I plan on doing both again and seeing where that takes me. But really, I want to be able to. My initial goal is to make a larger impact at the plate for sure this summer, and that's what I'm going to be working on these next week or two before the season starts on the 27th. But yeah, I'm super excited, and it's going to be a fun summer. Always is there for sure.
Mm-hmm. You mentioned the team aspect with Emporia, and obviously, like you said, not the season that you were hoping for, but an improvement over last season. And so I'm wondering, as maybe the veteran guy coming into next season, does it give you a little bit of optimism that maybe you're building something heading into next season, that you might have some younger players that are going to be able to be a year older, a year stronger, all that kind of thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm definitely very optimistic with the guys that we have coming back. We had, I want to say, 3 or 4 freshmen in the starting lineup every day this year. So they're going to, and they had some success. We actually had the freshman of the year in our conference on our team. So I'm very optimistic with the guys we have coming back and that with the seniors that we have coming back, me, myself, and a couple others, just kind of bringing that prior experience that we've kind of gone through and what we've seen that we need to improve on as a team and individuals. I'm really confident that we can kind of improve on what we've done these last 2 years and really kind of make it run for it this coming year. So I'm excited.
Looking forward to it. Let's get back into your history here. Originally from Strathclair, Manitoba, how is it that you first discovered the game of baseball?
So growing up, it was kind of always hockey was during the winter, and baseball was in the summer. That's kind of just how we grew up. That's kind of what our parents got into. That's what everybody did. Growing up in Strathclair, there wasn't a lot of extracurricular things to do. It's not a very big town. I think it's 150 people maybe within the town, maybe even a little less. So, sports was kind of the thing that everybody did. It's what all my friends did. Obviously, it's what me and my siblings did. It's what our parents put us through. So, growing up, like I said, it was hockey in the winter and baseball in the summer. And I wouldn't have wanted it another way. I'm super thankful for the game of baseball. I've met so many people, built a lot of friendships that'll last me forever, met some of my best friends. And it's been very cool to kind of see where I started from, super small town in Strathclair, and the strides that I've made as a player, as a person, and just kind of where I've gotten to. It's kind of cool to think back on, but that's kind of how I got into it.
And for those who don't know, the Geekie family is just a little sports centric. We could say that. Your brother Morgan is playing with the Seattle Kraken, also playing for Team Canada. We'll get into that in a second. Your younger brother Connor's starring with the Winnipeg Ice in the WHL right now. What was it like growing up in that household with the three of you boys just going absolutely bananas over sports?
Yeah, the first word that comes to mind is competitive. Everything that we did growing up, whether it was playing baseball, playing hockey, playing a board game, like literally anything you could think of, we found a way to make it competitive. Sometimes our parents would kind of think it would get taken a little overboard with, how competitive we were with every little thing. But honestly, I think it kind of made us who we are today, and helped us kind of give us that edge and what we do now, and make us better athletes for sure. But yeah, it's been awesome to see their progression throughout the years, and just kind of see kind of where we started to where we're at now. It's cool to look back on what we all went through, and sacrifices that my parents made, and my grandparents, and relatives, of like driving us to the rink and the field every day. Just like the unlimited support that they had for us growing up. It was awesome for sure, and I can't thank them enough. But it was an absolute blast growing up, just with all of our experiences in sport, and being able to push each other every day. I'm not surprised that kind of where Morgan is right now, where he's gotten to with like everything that we've gone through. And then with Connor, like, I'm just super excited to see the path that he's going to take and where it's going to take him. It's going to be awesome to see him grow as well. But yeah, it's been a very cool experience, and it's been awesome to see all of us grow for sure.
We're seeing how good they are on the ice. I'm curious, put on your Scouts hat for a second here. Looking back on them being able to play baseball, how good of ball players were they?
Yeah, they were. They could have been successful baseball players too. I believe, anyways. Morgan, he was more of a hitter, I would say. He played second base, a little bit of shortstop, and pitched a little bit, but he ended up his minor baseball team growing up. He played for Oak River in Manitoba and played AAA baseball. And they were always good. Like, they always won provincials. They would always go to Westerns or nationals. And his last year of playing, I think their nationals were in Vaughan, Ontario. They were the Bantam Nationals, and that was his first year of Tri-City Americans camp. So it was his first WHL camp in the fall, and he actually ended up not going because he knew kind of his last year probably of playing baseball, and he knew that's what he wanted to do. You know, it's nationals, kind of big stage, and he ended up going there, and he was, I think, the MVP of the tournament. Had like stupid numbers hitting, and so he definitely had the skill set to do some cool things in baseball too, probably, but ended up choosing hockey. And Connor, he's very athletic too. He played quite a bit with Team Manitoba. I went to a few nationals, I think, got picked up a couple times for baseball. And again, he kind of chose hockey around the same time, maybe played a little longer, I think, than Morgan, but definitely they both could have done some cool things on the baseball field. But ended up choosing hockey, and right now it's looking pretty good for both of them. So
Absolutely. You also had a hockey background, as mentioned. You were drafted by the Calgary Hitmen in 2015, had a lot of buzz about you there. Take us back, though, to making that decision about where you wanted to focus your attention on and what ultimately led to you making the decision to go baseball.
Yeah, so it was about, I think it was my first year of AAA midget hockey. Was kind of when I realized, hey, look, I'm going to have to, make a decision here soon. Obviously, it'd be tough to keep doing both if I want to seriously consider getting to the next level at one of these sports. So it was actually the Canada Summer Games in Winnipeg. I was on Team Manitoba for that. And that was honestly where I kind of started leaning more towards choosing baseball. I didn't know where it was going to take me. I didn't know how it was going to end up. Kind of nobody really around where I was from chose that route before, so I was kind of unsure on how the process worked. But choosing to go to Okotoks in that fall was the best decision that I could have made. And the way I kind of put it is, growing up, it was, like I said, it was hockey in the winter and baseball in the summer. So if somebody was to ask me in the wintertime during hockey season, hey, do you want to go hit in the cage, or do you want to go toss a baseball around? I would be like 100%. In a heartbeat, I would do it every single time. Mm-hmm. But if somebody in the summertime came up to me and was like, hey, you want to go to the rink? You want to skate a little bit? You want to shoot pucks? It would be a pass for me. I loved being at the baseball field. I loved being, in season in baseball. I love being around the field. I love being around the guys. It was just kind of one of those things where I love playing baseball 24/7. And when it was baseball season, I didn't want to kind of go into the other sport of hockey. And when it was hockey season, if somebody wanted me to kind of, go hang out in the indoor facility or something and hit off the machine, or just play catch, I would in a heartbeat, I would always say yes. So that's kind of the way I put it. Mm-hmm. But yeah, very thankful, and I wouldn't change my decision at all. I don't regret any decision that I've made. And like I said before, I've made a ton of relationships and best friends that'll last a lifetime, and just positive experiences that I've had with the game. It's just been awesome. So.
It is fascinating, though, that you get drafted by the Hitmen and then you ending up in Alberta anyways, as you mentioned, Okotoks, Dogs Academy. How did that opportunity all come about?
Yeah, so the way it worked was, it was my last year of hockey, I'm pretty sure. So it would have been my grade 11 year. The fall of my grade 11 year, I was kind of thinking, hey, baseball is what I'm going to do. It's the decision I want to make. So we kind of found some connections, found a way to get a hold of Coach Hollick and the coaches at Okotoks, and Hollick and Lou Pote actually ended up flying down to Winnipeg, and they kind of, did a little scout day on me, I guess you could say, at the Home Run Sports facility in Winnipeg. And this was way back in 2017, I think, or 16. And fortunately impressed them a little bit. So I was able to sign and go go to the Okotoks Dogs Academy. That was in the fall of 2017, so my grade 11 year. So I made the decision then, and yeah, the rest is history. I absolutely love my time at Okotoks. I have made so many relationships with players and coaches, and they helped me become the player I am today. I made tremendous strides. I know I was only there for 1 year in the academy, but I can't thank them enough for what they've done for me, and just in the academy and over the summer season as well. I've made a ton of strides as a player, and met a lot of new people and made a lot of cool friendships with people, not only in Canada, but United States, Mexico as well. Like, I've made a ton of new friends, and it's been awesome. So
Obviously, you talk a lot about the player development aspect of it, but what did you learn about yourself as a person, maybe, as you made that transition from Manitoba, moving a couple of provinces over and getting to meet new people and networking, and also getting to play baseball as well?
hmm I feel like growing up, I was probably more of a quiet kid. Once you got to know me, I kind of loosen up, and you see kind of more of who I am. But so going to Okotoks, I obviously never left home before. So moving away from home, going into my senior year, was definitely a bit of a change. First couple months were different for me. I'm not really knowing a ton of people there. New school, my school at Strathclair. I was with the same class from preschool until when I left, and there was about 13 or 14 of us. So when I made my way to Okotoks, Foothills Composite High School was about, I think, 400, maybe even a bit more in my grad class. So that was a big change for me. Just seeing how many kids you're like. I remember graduation, like you're seeing people on your graduation day that you've never seen before. So that was kind of a big thing for me. But overall, gained a ton of experiences, and definitely helped me out moving to Kansas the year after high school. Just kind of being familiar with being away from home and trying new things, and learning new experiences. So I definitely I'm thankful for making that decision to go to Okotoks for sure. It helped me as a person and as a player for sure. So very thankful for that.
As mentioned, you end up at Barton for the first couple of years in JUCO. What did that program mean to you?
It was awesome. That's another thing that I'm very proud of, is being able to say that I went to Barton Community College. They did a ton for me. I improved a lot as a player, and kind of gave me a lot of opportunity that I wasn't necessarily expecting to get. I knew that I was capable of playing at that level, but I wasn't really sure what my role was going to be going in. They recruited me as a pitcher mostly, and my freshman year, I ended up throwing maybe 4 innings, and I started every day in left field or right field. So definitely very thankful for the coaching staff there. Again, made a ton of new friends and met a lot of cool people there. And I also feel that I've kind of going there helped a few other guys connect to Barton Community College and love their time there. I was able to kind of help Graham Bruner go there after his kind of short stint at Crowder College. He was able to go there my sophomore year. Now there's guys like Ricardo Sanchez, Dryden House. So it's kind of been awesome to see more and more Okotoks guys go to Barton Community College. So I would say that kind of, goes to show how good of a program it is, and how fun and awesome of a time it is there. So
you've obviously accomplished quite a bit in a short amount of time here. I'm curious, from your perspective, what are you most proud of? What are some of your career highlights to this point?
Overall, I mean, the first one would have to be my freshman year at Barton. Just with kind of not expecting to, make a ton of impact at the plate. I ended up being first team all conference in the Kansas Jayhawk conference. I think I was like second team all region my freshman year. So that kind of gave me a lot of confidence moving on from that. And then second year, obviously got cut short, but we had a very, very good team. I think when it got shut down, we were like 19-3 and won like 12 in a row or something. We were like 15th in the nation or something like that. So that was definitely a memorable one for me and something that I'll remember, even though it got cut short. And then another memorable one would probably be this year, honestly. As a team, I know it wasn't what we wanted, but it was a great group of guys. And individually, I thought that I had some success both on the mound and at the plate. And I just want to keep improving as a player and be able to make even more of an impact, doing both as I get older, going into my senior year here. So that's kind of an overview of what's been very memorable for me. And lastly, obviously the summers in Okotoks. I'm very grateful for everybody there and the help that they've given me and what I've learned as a person and as a player. I mean, I'm sure you've been to summer games in Okotoks, and it's an absolute blast, and for sure some of the most memorable times that I've had in my playing career so far. So I would obviously have to put in summer games and playing in Okotoks for sure.
And obviously, coming back to Okotoks, you get to visit your old school as well, and maybe meet up with some of those future players. And one of the questions we ask everybody is about that advice piece. I mean, you obviously saw alumni roll through, offer pieces of advice or words of wisdom for getting to the next level. Now that you're that guy and have that benefit of 2020 hindsight, what would you offer to maybe those 13, 14, 15-year-old kids who are looking to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the two big things, and the first one that I would say would just be enjoy your time, enjoy the moment, enjoy the process. It goes way quicker than you think. Just kind of, every now and again, just kind of stop where your feet are and just kind of think, like, wow, like I get to play the greatest game on the planet, and just enjoy your time. Getting better and going through learning experiences and, getting to meet new teammates and create those relationships. Just really enjoy the moment because it goes like the snap of your fingers. And from a guy that has 1 year left, I can't believe it. It's gone by super quick. So that would be my first thing, would just, enjoy your moment and enjoy the process, and just it goes super quick. So enjoy it while you can. And then my second one would just be work ethic. I know it sounds pretty cliche, but if you show up every day giving your absolute best work ethic you can, 110% every day, you are going to see results. And it's going to work out for you. Some days, you might not see any results, or even weeks at a time, you might be in a slump at the plate or something. Just keep showing up each and every day and giving it your best work ethic. And I promise it's going to work out for you. And you just got to trust the process and keep putting in the work every day and being who you are.
Couple of great pieces of advice for sure. Final question for you here, Noah. What does the game of baseball mean to you?
It means everything. I don't think I could pinpoint one meaning of the game to me. It means absolutely everything to me. It's given me some of my best friends. It's given me some of the best life lessons. It's given me some of the best coaching experiences and things that I will carry with me when wanting to make an impact on the next generation. When I'm done, I want to be able to make an impact on the next generation and, make sure that the experiences that I've gone through doesn't happen to them, like making sure that my failures or my negative experiences don't happen, so I can, work and help them learn through some of the common experiences or anything like that. But yeah, it means everything. given me so much, and I can't explain my gratitude for the game for sure. It's been awesome.
It's been awesome having you here on the program as well, Noah. Congratulations on all the success you've had at this point, continued success this summer and beyond. We really appreciate you taking some time with us. Thanks so much for joining us here on the podcast.
Awesome. Thanks, Joe. Thank you very much for what you're doing for the game.
Thanks again to Noah Geekie for joining us this week, and thanks to all of you for downloading and listening. If you enjoyed this or any other episode, make sure to leave us a rating and review, as those actions help us get more exposure on apps like Apple Podcasts. We'd also like to tip our caps to our Platinum supporters for all they do. The Okotoks Dogs are just a couple of weeks away from WCBL opening day and will be hosting the league's All-Star game as well. For more on their season and ticket information, head to dogsbaseball.ca. And AHP Academy has had an eventful spring, including winning the Perfect Game Las Vegas Open last week. Learn more about their program at ahpbaseball.com. And of course, head to our website, albertadugoutstories.com, to learn about all of our teammates and how to get involved with your organization. Until next time, thanks to all of you for your support, no matter the platform, of Alberta Dugout Stories.